Computer science is one of the most rapid-growing areas of knowledge. Traditionally, research acts as a tool of expanding the scope of expertise in a certain area by investigating the already existing materials, analyzing them to reach new conclusions, or conducting an experiment, which can prove a certain hypothesis. Computer science is not an exception to that statement. However, its context creates a need for reevaluation of common research methodology. This paper identifies key characteristics of qualitative and quantitative research methods in the context of computer science. The use of qualitative and quantitative approaches facilitates decision-making by providing the researcher with conceptual tools to processes during the search. Qualitative methods are often slow, labor-intensive, and useful when the topic being searched is not well conceptualized. The researcher is immersed in the complexity of what has been previously written. On the other hand, quantitative methods are relatively quick and often produce a large amount of data on a vast range of pre-existing material. It is always an appropriate method when a topic is already well conceptualized. Qualitative methods are used in contrast to answer questions about experience, meaning, and perspective, which are most often from the standpoint of the participant. Therefore, qualitative research in computer science can cover the area of user experience, which is essential because computer technologies are meant to be used by people. Quantitative and qualitative methods of computer science research can be combined, although concern should be taken to ensure that processes are being used for appropriate reasons and that the theory behind each arrangement is compatible. Qualitative and quantitative can be used one after the other, such that the first is used to provide the design of the second approach. In addition, the combination of approaches can be used for corroboration or explaining and interpreting quantitative data using qualitative data. Demonstrating how the quantitative findings apply in particular cases or where results from qualitative and quantitative differ but generate complementary insights or where data obtained leads to different conclusions. In conclusion, there are different ways of using qualitative and quantitative methods in computer science research. Qualitative methods are useful during the early stages of a study when the scholar may be unsure of what is to be studied or what he or she has to focus on. A strict design plan is not required at the onset of the research and therefore gives the researcher the freedom to let the study unfold more naturally. In other words, qualitative methods provide more detailed and rich data, which are in the form of visual evidence or comprehensive written descriptions. It also looks into the social meaning and context and how it affects individuals. Quantitative research methods enable the researcher to measure and analyzing of data in order to know the relationship between independent and dependent variables. It plays a significant role in testing hypotheses in experiments because of its ability to measure data using statistics. You can find this and many other essay samples on our website studycorgi.com.